afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong with today's Tuesday Tips. I missed last week, so I am doing it this week, and I'm hoping that this will be beneficial and educational for everyone out there listening. Please like, subscribe, and share. I really do appreciate the audience that has grown through all of the media platforms available, the podcast community, as well as the social media community. Thank you all. Today, we had a discussion in one of our forums, and I have two little people here with me, and they told me to talk about the effects that social media has with children. And it just so happened that I was in on a platform today talking about this certain area of life. Um, when we look at social media, and it is just that, it is a social platform. Um, there are ways that the platform can be either positive or negative. And if we are looking at our children, number one, there are age limits that all parents should be considering. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, they all have age limitations on them. And therefore, you should be very cognizant and aware of what your children are doing because of the negative effects that it can have on your children's mental health. And we're going to get into a few of those ways. So we're going to pick out 5 ways, right? Of course, y'all know I read from notes. That's the only way I do this these days. So let's just jump right into it, all right? Social media can cause low self-esteem in children. We don't know the audience that our children communicates with because we're not on their social media. And nowadays, the kids are associating with other kids. Therefore, there is a communication level that we as parents we are not experiencing because we're not observing it, nor is it coming to us. Um, so it can have a very negative effect as far as low self-esteem, because if they post something and then a kid comes back and comments on what they post, you're a loser, or you're stupid, you're ugly, or something like that, it causes a decline in their self-esteem. Okay. We know that children have committed suicide over what has been said on a social media platform. All right. So we need to be cognizant of that. And it is our job actually as parents to be their protector. It's our job to be their protector. Okay. Um, too much screen time causes sleep issues. Too much screen time causes sleep issues. Um, I have noticed that myself with my own little people here. They just stay on the phones all through the night until, we just decided to set a limit on what they're watching and the time frame that they're watching it. And when it's time to go to sleep, it's just that. It's time to go to sleep. Um, The third one is social media dependence leads to less independence. Social media dependence leads to less independence. Um, Look, folks, have some family time. Get them off the phones, get them off the tablets, get them off the computers, so that they are not, so that their attention span is not from here to here all the time. Social media should not be just a go-to for socializing. Uh, I do believe, because I've analyzed it myself, that there are some who use social media and you see them out in public and they don't know how to interact in a social setting. They're totally different online than they are in person. So social media dependence causes or leads to less independence. All right. And let me say this: the APA has recommended some of the following guidelines for children under 18 months. Avoid screen-based media except video chatting. For children 18 months to 24 months, parents should choose high-quality programming and watch it with their children. For children 2 to 5, limit screen time to 1 hour per day of high-quality programming. And for children 6 and up, establish consistent limits and boundaries on the time spent using social media and the types of media. And I think that's where we go wrong. Parents are not setting the boundary that should be used for social media. They let them use their phones, their tablets, whatever. That's a way to keep them quiet and out of my hair. That's not parenting. Set the boundaries and then interact with your children. That's the main purpose of this, is to interact with them and not just give them something to preoccupy their time so that you can have your time. Boundaries, parenting. Okay. Number 4 is the fear of missing out. FOMO. It's an actual word. FOMO. The fear of missing out. They create an anxiety around social media that if one of their little friends do something on social media and they don't see it when it happens, they miss out. So what happens is they're glued right here. They're afraid of missing out. Okay. All right. So we need to create an environment where there's less dependence on what's on a screen than what's happening around them, because there are so many people who are oblivious to the things happening around them, that someone walk out in front of a car, walk into people, walk in the doors, because they are not aware, because their attention is here and not around them. People have gotten robbed, beat, because of their attention span being focused here and not on their surroundings. Our children are the same way. Decreased physical activity. There was a time when children went outside to play. That time is becoming less and less and less because they are here instead of expanding their knowledge of their surroundings. Playing, working with a lot of child psychologists, the simple act of playing creates a strong social environment for children. It creates a strong, high self-esteem for children. And that will take them to the next level in life to be social with everyone else and develop leadership skills. And it just promotes a healthy social existence. Being on the screen all the time does not do that. So you know, physical activity, come on, physical activity. You don't see a lot of kids out riding bikes anymore. You don't see a lot of kids out playing basketball anymore and hopscotch, all this kind of stuff, jumping rope and double dutch. You don't see a lot of that anymore because children are sitting somewhere quiet, scrolling what's on their phone. It's up to us parents. We're either going to have, we have lost a generation. We have definitely lost a generation due to social media activity, new technology that actually plants them instead of gives them the energy. It's up to us parents to do better, to help our children become productive adults. All right. Yes, we're in the day and age of social media, technology. I get all of that. And it is good for us. It is good for recreation. I interact on social media a lot, but it is not my life. I am posting this to social media for educational purposes, for informational purposes. I'm not being your therapist online through these videos, but it is for information purposes. All right. So parents, be parents, and let's raise a new generation that will become productive and that will have high self-esteem and learn that everything that people say should not affect their daily life. Thank you for listening, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Do have a wonderful rest of the week. Again, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Have a great day.